I'm not putting on any makeup. I've just washed my face. I feel fresh and clean. So I'll put a black and white filter on it. Imagine a man can get on here without any makeup on and he looks perfectly fine, but a lady comes on here with no makeup on and she breaks the internet. Anyways, I'm not a prophet. I'm not a chosen one. God doesn't come to me in the middle of the night and whisper in my ear and tell me I'm powerful and all those things. He shows me, but I don't hear weird things in my head or, you know what I mean? But when it's, sometimes I feel compelled to make a message. And by compelled, I mean I just feel like there's probably someone out there, maybe just one person, that's feeling overwhelmed by all this stuff in the social media, the news, and things like that. That's why I always advise people to take a break. It's so important for your mental health to learn to walk away from things. So, anyways, with everything going on, everybody feels the need to put it out on their channels as well. So we're getting bombarded by it all, right? The human mind is only meant to process so much in a day. And with social media, we again, everything I say today has already been said. But with social media, we get it all, right? Years and years ago, my ancestors would write me a letter from their country and it'd take 4 months to get here before I knew what was going on over there. Now, not only do we have the bad stuff around us, but now we hear about the bad stuff going around all over the place, and that's too much. It is too much. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you not resilient. It is not supposed to be this way. So remember to take your breaks, to walk away. Don't expose yourself to stuff that you don't need to be exposed to. I try to tell everybody I meet, just because it's on the internet doesn't mean you have to watch it. Just because you're an adult and you can click on it doesn't mean you should. We don't need, if you think of your brain as a diamond, we have to protect it because we can't entrust other people to protect it for us. And also that, just because these evil people are on the news right now, the people putting out that message are also evil because they want us to see it. It is news, it's money, it is a lucrative thing. They want us, and it's not only a lucrative move, a money move. It's also how the evil wins, right? Because we think, oh, I'm going to be happy today. I'm going to compliment someone. I'm going to pay it forward. I'm going to hold the door. I'm going to be the good in this world. And then we get flooded with all this negativity. So what do? We say, geez, no matter what I do, this world is doomed. No matter how many good deeds I do, I can't undo the bad. Look at it. It's just flooding this world. That is the message of the evil. The evil wants us to think that with all this stuff out there, that no matter what we do, no matter how many times we pray, we are going to be stamped on. We're going to be stomped out. But I'm here to say that's not true. Think of it as music. Think of it as a neighbor playing their music really loud, right? Trying to bug you, trying to get under your skin. And every day, you decide, I'm going to turn my radio up too. You turn it up real loud. They turn theirs up even louder. You turn yours up even louder. Then you go to the store and you buy about 10 sets of big ass speakers. And you crank those mother truckers up. Right? You crank them up so loud that eventually your neighbors just give up and they turn it down. Turn their music right off. That's how you have to think about prayer. That's how you have to think about believing. That's how you have to think about good energy. It may seem like we're just fighting a losing battle. It might seem like we're trying to fill up a bucket with a hole in it. But you just got to keep saying God is in control. Everything's going to be okay. Even if it doesn't look like it's going to be okay. Like one of my people said the other day, they said, well, it's obviously not okay if all this is going on in the world and it's just going to get worse. The fear. And I say, that's what they see. That's what they want you to think. That is the mentality that they want you to have. And that's when you have to say, I know that happened. Obviously, it's in my face. But good is going to prevail. And you're going to keep being the good. Because what happens, there's 5 people on a train, right? And they all see the train is going to crash. They're doomed. They're going to go in the water. And that one person decides, oh, I see we're headed to the river. We're headed to the water. We're all going to drown. But I'm going to take initiative to climb out of this here train. And I'm going to jump for it before it hits the water. Or jump off the train before it hits the water, right? And that person survives. They get out. They're fine. They're unscathed. That's how you have to look at it. Everybody wants to jump in the water right now. They just figure, oh, whatever. We're all going down. Let's just go down. Go down with the train. You have to be the one that decides to climb out off that train and get yourself to safety. Whether it's through prayer, whether it's through helping others, whether it's through just believing in God, whether it's just through just journaling your good thoughts, finding one thing in your day that's positive. That's good enough. But don't let them get to you. Yes, things look bad. Yes, everything seems just out of its world right now, right? We already knew that in the end of times, whether you believe it or not, or end of days, the things and people were going to get real weird. And there's more assaults on the street now. Where I'm at right now, there's not a lot of stuff that goes on a lot. Like there's some weird stuff criminal-wise, but it's not real. But people are starting to drive into buildings now. People are getting pushed onto the subway platforms more frequent. You're going to see more frequent things. And you have to choose to, number 1, protect yourself. Be aware. Get your earphones off. And number 2, don't let that weigh you down.